Welcome back to Clive Barker's Hellraiser. This is a 3 times a week series here on the channel, releasing Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, where we take a look and I basically go issue by issue of the old Boom comics, which was written by Clive Barker back in 2011. We are on part 6 today, and if you've missed the others, the first one will be linked down below. But that being said, let's dive right into it. We open with a very familiar house, and a woman staring. She opens the door, walking inside. It's been ransacked. It's Kirsty's home, and there's photos of Kirsty and Edgar. She goes into the kitchen. Food and flies and decomposition. Death. She starts walking upstairs. She knows whose home this is. Hello? Kirsty? Jesus, Kirsty, what have you done? She walks into the art room of Kirsty Cotton. A picture of Kirsty and Edgar, bathed in red. Pins on Kirsty's face, reminiscent of the Hell Priest. And there, in a circle on the floor, is the lament configuration. This is Tiffany. Tiffany from the Chenard Institute. The same Tiffany who faced off against the Cenobites in hell with Kirsty. And there, in the room with the lament configuration, is Kirsty. You should never have left. Oh, Kirsty, what happened? There's tears pouring down her face. They embrace. Too much. I've missed you, Tiff. Where the hell have you been? And we flash back to Tiffany's life, killing engineers. A gun. A skull obliterated. Venice, Italy, Kinshasa, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Munich, Germany. What is it exactly? It looks old. Very old, actually. I'm an architect by trade, but I've an interest in antique engineering. The man who wrote this journal, Le Marchand, was both an architect and an engineer, as well as an absolute madman. Tell me more. But first, another drink. And we see exactly what it is that Tiffany has been up to. She's been hunting down anyone that has found Le Marchand's notes, or by happenstance may be making something of a gateway to hell. Some of his machines were destroyed, others merely dismantled. The Congo and France have a rich history intertwined, so it's little surprise that some of the surviving parts travelled here. All this way for a few broken pieces? Please, come back to bed, Tiffany says to the engineer. And in Munich, Germany, behold the Glockenspiel, the pride of Munich, the heart of the Marienplatz. It takes a bit of madness to build such a thing. All architects, all engineers aspire to some small insanity. Therein lies the spark, and Le Marchand, being perhaps the craziest of them all, fascinates us collectors, admirers, yes, imitators, no. And in each location, Tiffany puts an end to these engineers. In Venice, she puts something in the drink. In the Congo, she stabs the man to death. And in Munich, she shoots the man in the head. Ripping out the pages of the book and throwing them into the canal of Venice. Burning the hut in the Congo. And throwing away the gun in Munich. We're back at the house, Tiffany and Kirsty. We were both so young here, weren't we? Tiffany says to Kirsty. Why did you do it, Tiff? Those men, they weren't guilty of anything. You can't know that. Don't you see? A spark, he said. All it ever takes is a single spark to burn the world. This is why I left, because you never understood. You can destroy his work, but the memory of a man is a difficult thing to murder. Easier to kill the men who might remember him. 1 for 1,000? Ends and means? That's not what we were aiming to do. Have you forgotten who you're talking to? I know you, Kirsty. Your hands aren't exactly clean. Edgar's dead. The Harrowers are gone. Don't tell me that you wouldn't kill for them. Tell me that you haven't. Tiffany says to Kirsty. Why am I here, Kirsty? What happened in Nebraska? We flash back to Nebraska, the barn, Pinhead and Kirsty, chains, hooks, dangling down, ripping her up off the floor, suspending her in the air. And Pinhead, he speaks. Here we stand on even ground, an equal footing, alone and left wanting, fumbling in the dark for the grand gates of hell. What did you mean? That I can have them all back? The Cenobites, you may recall, are united by what? How should I know? Enough with the fucking riddles. Remember, Kirsty. Remember. And as Pinhead tells Kirsty to remember, we cut to each Cenobite, female, her Cenobite half and her human counterpart, Butterball and his human self, Chatterer, and the young boy. We are explorers of sensation, surveyors of suffering, and nothing knows suffering quite so well as something that has lived. Pinhead and Elliot Spencer. Long ago you damned me with memory, and in return I've made memories of everything you've ever loved. I aim to seek my salvation, to reclaim the life once stolen from me, but to do so I require a suitable replacement. And then it dawns on Kirsty. Oh God, no, God, no. Someone with nothing left, to wish of the world, a tortured soul to whom hell might seem home. Pinhead suspends himself, opposing Kirsty. You, Kirsty Cotton, I seek you. Don't ask this of me, please. Just kill me, Kirsty cries out. But you can rule in hell. Remake it as your own with passion, with purpose, Pinhead says as he grabs the lament configuration. And the dead can be your Cenobites, undying, unyielding, forever. There is room for love, even in the depths. Keep it with you, Kirsty. Like a secret, Pinhead says as he holds his arm out, in hand, the lament configuration, giving it to Kirsty Cotton. I force nothing upon you, Kirsty. Hell is a choice. And so you choose. And we're back in the attic, Kirsty and Tiffany. I had 24 hours to choose. But let's be honest, we both know I've already made my decision. I think perhaps the decision was even made for me, before I was even born, Kirsty says. Tiffany slaps her around the face. No, God damn it! You're not thinking clearly. This is insane. Let's find him. Let's kill him. You don't understand. I can be with them again, Tiffany, everyone I ever loved or lost, and besides, I think I finally figured something out. Some things die from a bullet or a blade. Some things drown, some things burn, but other things, the worst things, only die from within. And Kirsty sits on the floor. It's the final device, Tiffany. He thinks the Harrowers are dead, that the box will remain, but when I cross over, you're going to destroy it, closing the door behind me. Whatever happens, whatever I might become, you'll stand guard. You'll make sure that I've no way out, no way to harm another innocent soul. Tiffany runs in. I won't let you do this. You have to. If it means I can have them all back. Don't worry, Tiff. My love will be my weapon. Tiffany, realising the conviction in Kirsty's voice. I'll do this for you. But you're failing to ask an obvious question. How would a man, once a demon, having done all that he did, ever be worthy of salvation? There's a greater game here, Kirsty. I have faith, not in heaven or hell, not even in myself, but in you. Whatever it takes, Tiffany. End this. And with that, the box is open. A beam of light shines on Kirsty's face. The circle ablaze. The runes light up. Electricity sparks. And Kirsty sinks down through the floorboards. May your love be a poison, Kirsty Cotton, Tiffany shouts. It always was, Kirsty shouts back. The box suspends between them as the portal starts to close. Tiffany grabs a blade and in one fell swoop launches it at the lament configuration. A blaze of light, and she's gone. Kirsty's gone. Tiffany stands there in the attic, alone, the box at her feet, and a photo. God, I hope you're right about this, she says, looking at the picture of Tiffany and Kirsty outside the Chouinard Institute. And we focus in on the lament configuration, shattered, smashed, pieces asunder. And Tiffany walks out the door.